Hello guys, this is Paula and I am back to finish the yellow. Now I want to show you, I can never do the actual page on camera because it's just too much time involved and so forth. But these are the two pockets, or the envelope and the seed pack that we did. I did add a Y because I wanted the Y for yellow, because we've done that on all the other pages. But I want to show you, this is the front. Now, I was going to use the sunflower as the front, but I just really liked this better. And so what I did, I haven't done it this way before. I stitched the fabric. I flipped it underneath and stitched it up on both sides. Did not put lace on this side, which is the inside. This is the outside. So the pockets are going to be the same this time, inside and out, which I've not done before. So on this side, which is the outside, I added this lace, added these little tabs in a different location. I have been putting them in a different spot each time. I fix it where they show on both sides. And so on this side, we're putting the seed pack right here, and this is paper. I forgot to tell you that we're just using paper backgrounds because we haven't done that. And we're putting the one with the Y. I want the Y to show because, well, I just do. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over, and I did get a little bit of a pucker right here because I didn't flip this over as straight as I should have. But that's not a big deal to me. I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to scoot this up here out of the way. And we're going to make a few things to go in that pocket. And then we're going to spray the stencil on the music sheet and on the copy paper, which will be additional pages that go in the back of this in the journal. Now, I haven't told you guys this. This is new information. So, this is going to be a giveaway when it's completely done. The journal hasn't been made. This may take a few months to get finished, but because we still have purple and orange to do. But when it's all said and done and I get the cover made, this is all going to be I'm going to do like my plan. I don't make promises, but my plan is to do like a quilted cover. So it may be quilted fabric. I may quilt the fabric and then put it on a hardback book. I don't know how it's going to be done yet, so it's a surprise. So this is going to be a giveaway for my 2,000. So whenever I reach 2,000 subscribers, this will be the giveaway. Now, what you need to do to help me get to that point is share my videos. Share them on Instagram, wherever, Facebook, just share them. You can share things on Pinterest. Those are the three things I recommend: Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. So if you can do that, we'll get them shared. You want to like the video and share the video. And that helps to send people my way and helps us to grow faster. Because until I get this finished, until we get that to 2,000, I have to hang on to it. So hopefully I'm going to have it ready by then. That is my goal. So we'll see. Okay, so I want to, first of all, I did a page with my granddaughter once and I actually stitched around this, but I'm not going to do that for this video. But I don't know where we're going to put this in the whole situation. We might be able to put it on here. I think we will be able to. So let's glue the button on right now for the first thing we do. It's a brown button, and we're going to pretend that instead of a daisy look, this is a sunflower. It doesn't matter. It's yellow, and that's what we're going for here. You might want to hold it a little bit. This is just a freehand flower that I did many years ago, and I had an extra one, and I've just kept it in my stash, and it works out perfect for this. Okay, so this little card is already ready to go into a pocket with the little yellow. It says thinking of you, and that will be whoever gets the book will be who I'll be thinking of, you know, naturally. I'm going to ink this a little bit because everything else is inked, because it's really pretty much done. There's nothing for us to do to it but add it to our stash here. So we're going to finish this project today. Part 2 will be all we need to do on this. And basically we're going to spray the stencil. We're going to spray the pages with stencil, and like we have every time. Inside here is the dictionary page. You cannot see it, but it's in there. And that is part of the fun of this too, is to always put your dictionary page inside. And some of them you can see it, some of them you can't. So I'm going to put this in here. Woo! It's down in there. So now I'm going to take this clip, butterfly clip. I don't know if I put that on there right. You know, I never can figure these things out, because you have to there we go. That must be how it's done. Okay, that's ready to go in. This is ready whenever it dries. We're going to leave that right there. Here's our giant tag. I want, you know, it's kind of got a sparkle. It's almost gold, but it's really yellow. We're going to stitch around this, or I'll stitch around it after the fact. But I thought we could just put this yellow flower on here, and maybe we'll put yellow down here. Yeah, I had this on something. I think this came off the Mrs. Coggs paper. And I thought, well, I'm just going to use that word. So we're going to just flip this over and put our glue. This glue will be finished after this video. Also, I need to tell you that the next book I'm starting is going to be Bugs, and it's by Graphic 45. I can't think of the name of the kit. Well, it's not a kit. It's really just a paper pad and some stickers, I think, come with it. And then I also have journaling cards that come with it. So that will be the next one that that's how I plan to do it. And I'll use some of the other bug stuff that I have. I have like Tim Holtz stamps that are bugs. I'll be using those. And I have a kit with Tracy I'll be using that has bugs. So, yeah. We'll have plenty to keep us busy on that one. And of course, the glue is seeping out around that. But I will clean that up once it dries. And I will be adding some of the same seam binding that we added to the cards, the yellow seam binding to that. I'm going to let that dry. Okay, now we have this floral of irises. I thought what we could do on this one, it's already been inked. I tried to do all that ahead of time. I think we're just going to glue this paper down. I'm not going to mat anything because I just want it to be strictly yellow as much as possible. There are other colors usually, but as long as it's the majority of the color that we're working on. So there's the journaling card. And that's pretty too. Now, we're going to make, I just folded a piece of scrap paper over like this to put in this pocket. So it's going to be a little tag basically, and it's not going to have anything fancy about it. And we're going to put this on the front. I might have to cut this down a little bit. I probably should have swapped the two of them out. Didn't think about it. Okay, I'm going to cut these, which means it probably will not end up being perfectly straight, but that's okay. I don't shoot for straightness in just fun stuff like this. This is supposed to just be something you can whip up pretty quick, and so that's why it's, I can get this stuff to come out. Okay. This yellow butterfly words here, I got this, came off a music sheet. I thought, I'm saving that. That will be great on our yellow page. And it says butterfly, and so since we have butterfly right here, I'm going to put it on this one. I'll have to cut it and layer it, but that's all right. Okay, let's do that right now. Okay, yellow butterfly. Let's do the yellow first. Yeah, this is going to seep out too. It's because this glue has gotten so thick. This is the last video with this glue. It is going to meet its maker in the glue factory. Okay, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to line it right up just like this, because I like that different look. I'll have to get that off of there too. It's wet right now, but okay, so I think that's all we're going to need for this front pocket. We don't want to overload it too much. I am going to ink this portion here and ink the back. I'm not over inking any more than necessary. Okay, and I'm going to slide the tag back in there. Yeah, let me get a wipey here to clean up my stickiness on my hands so we can move forward. Now, I will have to stitch around a couple things for them to be completely done, but that's not a big deal. We'll do that. Now, I'm going to set this stuff aside. Get my table all wet. Set it aside. I'm trying to decide what we want to do with it. I think I do want to glue this right here. So you know what? I think I'm just going to do it while we've got the glue out. Or we can glue it on this side. That way this one will show. But if we do it over here, it kind of hides that puckered area. So we'll do that. It'll be all right. You could see where I marked it with some kind of marking pen. And let's see. Let's put it down here. I'm trying to look at the shortest. Maybe that is. Now, it's okay that this hangs out everywhere. I thought what we'd do is kind of tack some of these little petals down. Just barely. You know, not a lot. Just enough to give it a little bit of stability. Because it is You know, after all, it's coming out. That glue is coming out. Look at it. It's coming out before I even get it to the next petal. Stop it, glue. Okay, then we have this one right here. Yeah. So on some of them, you're just getting the very tips, you know, the very top portion glued down. This has been a fun project. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. We have 2 more pages, orange and purple, and I need to be thinking in the meantime, you know, how I want to do the cover. And I really won't know until I have the thing completed. So making sure that's not oozing everywhere. And I want to make sure, I need to put something inside there. Let's find something to put in there. I just don't know what necessarily. Here, we'll put this in there. The back of my, there, it doesn't, that way it won't glue the fabric down to the paper. Okay, and so we're going to have the big tag on the left, and then we're just going to start stuffing these other things. Let me make sure there's not any glue on any of this. Nope, both of those are fine. And we'll put the yellow butterfly right here, and then we'll hook it on this, and then whenever you're ready to pull it out and use it, you can. Okay, so this will be stitched. I'm going to set it by my sewing machine. Do that later. And now we're going to work on getting the spray out. I thought that I had some paper. Oh, there's a paper towel. Yay. Because I don't know what we were going to do if I didn't have a paper towel. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get my spray box out. We have this mustard color by Heidi Swap. And we have this Tattered Dream Spring Sunshine. So, I know the Spring Sunshine is definitely what I want to use. But I'll probably use a little bit of the mustard because it kind of reminds me of the sunflowers in the background. So we'll squirt some of that in there, just barely at the beginning. And then we'll move on and do the other. Okay, now, which stencils do we want to use? That's the big question next. I'm looking here to see what we haven't used. We have numbers. Maybe we'll do the numbers. Chevron, or we have this triangle. Let's do this one. I like that one. Okay, we'll just try that and see what we end up with. I'm moving these other stencils out of the way. I'm moving this over to my desk so you guys can see. Hopefully, that's my goal. Okay, let me look on my video here and make sure it's where you can see. I might have to lay it down. I just don't want it to spray my sewing machine, so I'll cover that up. And it's going to float up a little bit. What's under there? That's why it's floating up. Okay, so we have our music sheet. And we'll do it first. And then we'll go back and do these 2 pages. Now, I really don't want to get paint on everything. But I want this side to say hello. I don't know if it will make a difference or not. Okay, so we'll see how it does. And hopefully it will not go everywhere. I'll cover stuff up. that's over here. And I'm going to move this book away so it doesn't get sprayed. And I'm going to get me a wipey out just in case I have something happen that's unexpected. It's the last one in that pack. Okay. Now, let's get started. All right. So let's do a little bit of the mustard first, if it will even work. I've had these for so long. You know, you never know. You got to hold it up pretty high. I would say, see, that one's wanting to drip. That's not a good sign. See, this is what happens with her. I think this is probably why she quit using or quit selling her sprays. It's because she probably had to return a lot. I'm going to kind of dab that because I don't like that big blob on there. Right there too. We'll just get those big blobs off first. Now, we're going to use this, it's called Spring Sunshine, but it's sure not looking yellow to me, I'll just tell you. It looks kind of green, but I don't know what's going to happen. We'll find out. If it doesn't turn out right, I'll just redo it. But it says it's yellow, so let's see. And I've shaken it a lot. I guess it is yellow. I'm wanting to do it a little darker so we can see. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. See what happens here. All right. Give it a couple seconds to... Definitely looks yellow in the camera, doesn't it? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take my paper towel, remember? And kind of sop it up a little bit so that it kind of cleans off of the stencil. There's your paper towel. There's how it turned out. And I'm going to move the stencil. And hopefully it will stay up there. This isn't overly exciting like some of them we've had. But it's very clear, isn't it? Cool. Okay. Now, we're going to lay this in here. You know, normally we go over the stencil, but for some reason, this wasn't as messy as most of them are. So, we'll just do our papers like this too. And we're just going to use the shattered, or the, tattered angels. I don't know, I was like, why am I saying shattered? This should have the glisten in it. And when I'm done with this one, I'm going to spray it really good. And then I'm going to lay the next sheet of paper over it. And see if we can get the negative side. We'll just kind of sop it up on this paper. Ooh, this one's wet. Ooh. Now see, I always love the negative. And now it looks green on the camera, but I assure you it's yellow. It's greener than this was by itself. I wonder if it's because I didn't use the mustard on this one. So let's just use a little bit of mustard. I mean, why not? We've drenched it already. Yeah, that's what it is. The mustard is what made it yellow. So, we'll, because see, this one looks yellow. And now, if you look down there, it looks green, I know, but it really is yellow. I don't know what the deal is, because this is the color it's supposed to be. And it looks pretty green, doesn't it? I don't know why it does that. Why it didn't come out yellow. That's why I bought it, was because I needed yellow. I've got purple, I've got orange. I just needed some yellow. Okay, so let me get another paper towel. Oh shoot, that's not a paper towel. Let me grab one right here. I know I have one my glasses setting on. All right. And I'm going to move this one over a little bit and get the rest of it. I'm going to move that into the trash. Now, I'm going to move this. Woohoo! I love the way that looks. Now, if you look at the two of them, they both look green, but they're not. This is yellow. And I'm going to set these to the side to dry. If I can find a spot in my mess that isn't covered. Yeah, so I'll lay this down in here, and then I'm going to wipe it off with a wipey. I don't go too crazy. I know other people that have made these. Linda Israel is the person I got my inspiration from. She's so talented. But anyway, she doesn't wipe her stencils at all. She just leaves them in the box and goes about her business. So you don't have to if you leave them in the box. I mean, it's not that big a deal, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to add the other stencils back in here, or did I even take them out? Yeah, I did, but what did I do with them? That's the question. Oh, there they are. They're right in front of me. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one up, and I'm going to also take this up because it is pretty wet. There we go. So, now the next thing we're going to do, because we have time, is we're going to go ahead and stitch this little pocket. Let me move it over here. All right. Get it all the way over to this other side. Hopefully you guys can see it. I've been having some trouble with my machine. It's not been the same since it's been knocking today. I don't know. And it's been grabbing the thread from down below. Now this thread I have in here is like 99-cent thread. And I'm wondering if it's the thread because I haven't used it before. So I probably will take it out of my project and put it into junk pile because it obviously, see, it's not knocking now, but when I used it on my, you can hear a little bit. I think my needle needs to be changed also. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm about to take me a little nap when I'm done here. I feel pooped. And so this is part 2 of the rainbow book, yellow. And this will be the ending of this. Usually it's just 2 parts because I have to do the sewing off camera. It just is, you know, takes 3 hands and not really. You believed me though, didn't you? No, it does. It's, you know, it's not a real comfy sewing, you know, because you have a tendency to have to replace things, and or you have to paper clip, or you have to use something to close it up. So I'm going to set this aside now. And the only other thing we have left to do is, I'm going to bring our book back over here, is we need to put some of this yellow seam binding. And I'm going to bring out all the books so we can kind of get a look at them all together and how it's going to look. We won't be able to add the wet pages from the yellow one, but we'll be able to do the other things. I almost missed the top of that and didn't even notice it. Look at that. I was close. Okay. Tie this around. This particular seam binding, this yellow, turned out stiff. The rest of them were not like that. I don't remember if I used something different on this one. Who knows, but that's all right. It loosens up as you start using it. Okay. If I can get it to tie. Okay, there we go. Now, this should be dry enough back here, hopefully. Oh, it did stick. It's not, but we're going to stick this in just quickly, and so I can show you how things turned out. And we might even bring this little card out this way and put it on the outside. I think it looks cuter because we kind of got a bare spot there, and you really can't, well, crud. Let's try that again. You really can't see this little card in the pocket if you don't pull it out. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Yeah. I missed it. Can you believe that? One more time I missed it. Okay, now it's on there. Okay, so we have this yellow journaling card, and we have this yellow floral yellow bag with a yellow tag. Here we have a yellow background, and we do have the leaves back there, which is legal in this little game. And then we have the yellow tag that has some sparkle to it. It says yellow. And we have the yellow daisy. That's what I would call it. And we've got buttons here on our sides here for markers for when the book is all put together. We're going to flip it over, and we have our 2 collage pages with the lace that came from my little girl's dress when she was 3. That is definitely some vintage stuff. She just turned 40, so that's some vintage stuff. No, it's only 40 years old. It's only 40 years old. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to take this out so it doesn't get sticky. But I'm going to show you how they're going to look together. Now, I don't know what order. I know what order, how I want to do it. Listen, it's starting to get thick. It's going to have to be one big book. Okay, so we're going to start, I guess, with the pink on the top because the tab is at the top. Okay. This is kind of an old bad print. It didn't print perfect, but we have Mod Podge back here, journaling cards, this cute little pink Remember Me card with a pink flower, pink buttons, and then on this other side we have P for pink, and we have a pink tag. In the background here is this floral type thing, and it does have the pink dictionary sheet in it, and then it's got these tassels that run across here. And yeah, and we collaged on the inside of this pink card. Yeah, so that is how the pink ended up looking. Let me get the papers that go along with it. Let's see. So I think how we're going to do it is we're going to take, with each one, we're going to take the music sheet and we're going to fold the right side in. Okay, and we're going to put it in the front of the inside fold. And then we're going to take these. I might not put that one in there. It's not really dark enough. As long as we have one of each, I'll be happy. Because I don't want to bulk it up too much. And this one will be going behind our padded page. Just like this. And actually, I think it would look better if the pink were on the outside. So I'm going to fold this the opposite way. Like this. Yeah. So see, this is how each section will be. We'll have the music sheet where the pink shows and the copy paper where the pink shows. Okay, that is page 1. And the green is going to be page 2. So I'm going to get it ready. It's got everything in here. I'm not going to show you everything because we'll have time to do that in another time. We're going to get the green music sheet. And we're going to fold it in. Put it like that. Fold in our page. And then we're going to get this one and fold it to the... One can go to... Oh, this one can go to the outside, okay? And then this one will be on the inside. We can put those two together because those look pretty good. Those both look pretty good. So we're going to put them right here. See, it shows both of them. Now this is going to be page 2. Pink is going to be page 1. Why? Simply by how I did the tabs. You know, I guessed at most of these tabs along the way. And it ended up okay. Okay, so here we have some pockets with vellum, has the dictionary paper, red bird. Okay, now we're going to put the music sheet in here, just like this. No, wait a minute, that's a different, we're going to do it like that, but this isn't page 3. This tab is way down. Okay, I'm going to set it to the side. And here is the blue. We have all kinds of goodies in the blue one, it looks like. I must have been energetic that day. Okay, this is this side, the inside of the blue. Let me get the blue papers. Well, I did a lot of the blue ones. Okay, so we want to do the music sheet on the inside. Right like this. Okay. And then on the outside, you got to pick which ones. We have a bunch on this one. So this is going to be the outside, right up against the page. Okay. Just like this. And then I'll use one extra. So which one do I want? I think this one is the boldest. I don't know. We'll find out. I think it's the boldest. So we'll put it right there. And this is extra. Both of these are extra. All 3 of these are extra. Okay, there's that. Now, this is down further in the book. Oh, this is behind the, or in front. Let me think. Let's see, this is the red. The red is the very back. The blue is on top of the red. Now, we got the pink and the green. This one is more toward the middle. So this is sticky down in here. I'm going to have to try to get that off. It's rolling off now, so. Sorry, I had the camera a little crooked. That's better. I'm going to put the gold tag or the yellow tag here. And these right here. This is the inside. Now, our yellow papers obviously are wet, but we'll put the music sheet here, and then on the back we will put the other sheet, and this will go on top of this. Now, when I do the purple or the orange, I'll put the tab here, but just so you can see, this is how they're starting to look. And it does look like a rainbow, doesn't it? Yay! I got the green and pink tab pretty close to each other, so I'll probably do the, I might do the purple higher up and then put the orange right here. We'll see. I didn't really plan to put them, alternate them in different places or stagger them, but I decided to a couple times ago, and I started doing that, and you know. So what will end up happening is it will be like this. You'll take the outside, put it in the inside, okay? It's going to be really chunky. And then the yellow will go inside the yellow paper, and the blue will go inside the yellow paper. To get them too much bulkier, we won't be able to fit anything in. And the red is going to be at the end, which I think this is a pretty for the inside of the signature, don't you? And I think we might be able to fit 2 more in there. Oh, I don't know. Look at that. So I don't know how I'm going to make this work, but we'll figure it out. If you have any tips or ideas, let me know. And I will see you in the next video, which I'm not sure if it's going to be where I start the book or if it'll be something else first. I'll have to sleep on it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. I appreciate that. And welcome to all the new subbies. And thank you to all my current subbies. I appreciate you too. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.